Let's talk about debt, because at the end of the day, I promise it's the only way you're going to actually scale with Amazon. I've met many Amazon sellers that are doing seven figures, and every single one of them has played with debt to get there. Honestly, debt could straight up kill your business. At the same time, it's a double-edged sword. So I have a detailed little slides for you. We're going to go over eventually how you could acquire debt and the different levels between credit cards to line of credit, so all the way to get term loans from like Amazon or a government. Just jump right into it. If you're new on this selling journey, you're probably on this first step of this capital ladder where you're reinvesting your profits, and that's the only really way for you to grow. But eventually you get to like a second step, which is a credit card float, using multiple credit cards to push your payment away. Then using line of credits to really start scaling your business. And then step 4, 5, 6 is really the ultimate growth, which is when you're taking Amazon loans, government startups, and just using leverage outside of your business. So most of you guys are living in the reinvested profit stage. And listen, the business gotta eat. Stop thinking to yourself that you're gonna start paying yourself inside the first year or even the second year of Amazon. You want this to become a business. Treat it like a business and let it eat way before you ever start paying yourself. Because every dollar pulled out of this is just a flip that never happens. And when you take into account how money flips in this business and how you're making money, paying yourself can cost you thousands of dollars at the end of the year. And reinvestment is the strategy, guys, for a long time, unless you're willing to play with debt, which I'm going to explain to you very soon, because this is the 4 credit card stack that I run. I know there's a lot, I'm going to explain it, but it puts you in the best available position to pay down your debt. If you have 4 credit cards and they have 4 different statement dates, we all have credit cards, right? You have a payment due date eventually. Let's say we have 4 cards here. If this first card starts on June 1st and its statement ends on July 1st, look at where you're due, right? You always have 14 days after the statement date is done to pay off your debt. So if we use that logic, if we're paying in the first week with credit card 1, the inventory is purchased on June 1st, it is due on July 22nd. But if we were to continue to spend on card 1 past June 7th, it would be inefficient because we could be putting it on card 2 and have that due a week after July 22nd. Same thing goes for card 3. If we wait after June 14th, we are being inefficient and we could be pushing our costs further down the way. And you're going to only need to think about that with our line of credit strategy when it comes down to paying down all these cards as you're scaling up. And here's the tripwire, okay? This is like free money because you have 4 credit cards and you're gonna get a little bit of credit from everything. But it's only free if you can pay every dollar off when it comes down to being the payment due. Do not carry a balance. You're gonna get 20% interest. That's crazy. Don't do this. It's the most expensive debt you can get in this video. There's way cheaper alternatives to carry a balance like a line of credit. So let's go ahead and look at that right now. So let's talk the line of credit, the main event of this video, because in my opinion, this is the first step for sellers to start scaling and their first money getting borrowed. It's almost like a loan. You just need to repay the interest portion every month. You don't need to repay the original capital like a credit card. And I'm going to explain it to you pretty detailed here. In terms of how much the interest rate is going to be, it's going to be tied to the prime rate. Generally, I'm going to say an average of 7% per year, guys. We're trying to flip 30% return on our investment inside 3 months maximum. So we should be able to flip this 2 or 3 times easily. So that means $10,000 drawn from a line of credit is $70 a month you need to pay the bank. Then you flip that once, it's $3,000 of profit. You give back the bank the $10,000 and you kept $3,000 minus how much you paid per month on $70 a month. It's really quote unquote free money, but this is a cautionary tale here. Please be careful with debt because it can completely destroy your business if you are not smart about how you're spending your money, which comes to this point here, a pretty detailed way of showing your line of credit as an oxygen tank. That's the way I see a line of credit. It's an oxygen tank. Up to 40% of your line of credit capacity is used to scale. Guys, spend on the credit card, buy more inventory. That's the only way to grow your sales, is to buy more. And if you're only using your capital, you're going to be handicapping yourself and you're going to run into capital issues early. So a line of credit can help you. So if you borrow $10,000 for a line of credit, you can use $4,000 to $5,000 extremely safe to buy inventory and start flipping, and leaving the other 50% in a just in case, right? Just in case you need some money to pay off credit cards or whatever, you know you have some backup, and you should start slowing down your spend. As you start spending more of your line of credit, as you have less money to borrow, that is your indication to slow down. Press the brakes on spending money. So generally, it's looking like this kind of like chart here. Buy on your credit card, pay the credit card from your checking account, draw from the line of credit if you don't have enough money in your checking account, and freeze at 50%. You let your inventory sell, you repay your line of credit back down to zero. It's as simple as that. So here are my 3 main rules for your debt. It only fuels proven sell-through. Do not use debt if you are just buying inventory blind. Use it when you have inventory you know is going to sell. You have the data from it, whether it's through Seller Board or any other way you're tracking your profits. Only start borrowing when you have a proven system, not right away when you're blind and you're ignorant. And please monitor your debt levels. I mentioned you have the credit card statements. It's an easy way for you to know and forecast how much you need to pay in the upcoming month. If you don't have the line of credit for it, do not spend. You gotta do that because it's going to kill you slowly if you play with debt and you do it wrong. So realize if you're a seller and you only have $3,000, you might actually have $17,000 available to you. All you need to do is check your credit card limits. If you have up to like $8,000, use 50% of it. That's $4,000 unlocked right there. And if you can't pay back in time as you flip inventory, whether FBM or FBA, use some of the line of credit that you can maybe apply for. Hopefully you can get something like a $10,000 line of credit, start off like that, and then you have $17,000. It might not all be liquid cash that's yours, but it's available capital to start flipping inventory and making you profit. So listen, it's a little bit hard to go super in detail on a very complex question on YouTube. I'm going to be working on a more detailed video for you. Just if you want one, leave it in the comments. And if you want to be part of my next cohort coaching mentorship, you can find the information linked in the comments below. We're starting in July. It's 12 weeks of a focused program where we work one-on-one together, so you can find more information there.